of Plexus, event 1. This is the first one. We are going to do more. We are kicking this off. We have 3 speakers tonight and me as the host. This is going to be amazing. We are trying new stuff, and here we go. We're glad you're all here. I'm going to switch myself to gallery view just so I can see. Wow, we got lots of people in the house. Like, everybody wave, man. Everybody wave. Yay! And you don't have to be shy. You can put yourself on camera. It's all good. We like to see you. Hey, Melissa's got some people in the back there. I love it. Well, we've been sitting and thinking, hey, there are tons of Plexus events out there, but are there really things that are for men? And we thought there's a lot of men in Plexus. We should do one. If there isn't one, why not do one? So we even got it mapped out that we're going to do a series. Well, I'm going to try another technology thing. I'm going to try to share a screen here. Let me see how this goes. We're going to do this and we are going to share. Hopefully you guys can still see us. Can you see us? You see the presentation? I think we're good. Okay. Well, we are talking about the why of Plexus. What brought us to Plexus? Why you should consider Plexus and why it's so amazing. There's 4 men on here that are going to be speaking. Me, TJ, Nathan, and Andrew. It's going to be great. So if that's why you're here, Men of Plexus, you're in the right spot. Tonight, like I said, why we chose Plexus. We're going to have speakers. I'm going to do a quick introduction. TJ is going to give us about 3 to 5 minutes. First we're going to have, I got to look at my speakers. Andrew's first. I knew I was going to screw that up. Andrew's first, then TJ. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the products, about some really cool products, Triplex and Ease. And then we are going to have Nathan. Oh, I can't wait for you guys to hear Nathan's story. It's so good. So good. Okay. Who am I? Clint Zentner, Central Minnesota, married to Brandy. We have 10 kiddos and a big blended family. I've been doing Plexus about 6 years and love it. Completely changed my health, gave me a second chance at life. It has been unbelievable. And I'm going to show you just how crazy this has been for me. This is just my health. There's so much more. Look at that. That guy on the left, that's a younger Clint, but look how chubby, look how inflamed. My whole life, I was that guy. I was the guy that was not healthy, drinking all the Mountain Dews, didn't know anything about health, and I didn't take care of myself really at all. I thought, well, I'm not terrible with health, but I definitely wasn't good. Well, then went through life. My body said, it's shutting down. Clint, if you're not going to take care of this body that God gave you, I'm going to shut it down. And it attacked my lungs and I almost died. Like on my deathbed, saying my goodbyes to my family. It was that close that I thought I was going to die. And then Plexus accidentally came into our lives. This is pretty much day 1 of Plexus. That's what I was looking like at day 1. And this was just pre-COVID. That was just, through a few years ago. And I'm a little heavier than that right now with a little COVID weight still, but I'm pretty close to that weight and I'm feeling pretty good. Well, that's me. I'm an engineer by day. I love talking about Plexus and I just love sharing with other men. Well, and let's get into that. Let's see who our first speaker is. Andrew. I'm going to do a quick little introduction for Andrew. Andrew's from Canada. Woohoo, way up north in Canada. Self-employed, a health advisor, and a contractor. I've known Andrew for a long time. He does the real deal. This is not his first time speaking. Andrew's a pro at this, and we're super excited to hear his story. So Andrew, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm from Canada, northern Alberta. So we're about 8 hours north of Billings, Montana. So yeah, it's not quite winter here, but it's getting really close. So thanks for having me on, Clint. For us, our story with Plexus started about 9 years ago. I saw a friend who was sharing stories about Plexus helping people. And at first, I wasn't too interested. There's lots of people selling lots of stuff. But then some of the stories had health issues that I have people in my family that struggle with that. My wife has hormone issues. And so I was like, well, maybe this could help my wife. So I suggested to my wife, maybe you should check this out, because she was more into health stuff, whatever, than I was. I didn't know much about vitamins and nutrition and whatever. And it took a little while, and she would, life is busy. She didn't get around to it. And I'm like, saw some more stories. I'm like, Melissa, you need to check this out. If you don't, I will. And she didn't want me talking to other ladies about hormone stuff. So she checked into it and she ended up signing up, and it helped her. It wasn't like right away, but over the next 3 to 6 months, it helped with the hormone issues, helped with monthly cycle pain, helped her for energy, emotional balance. She could eat dairy again without adverse effects. So that was pretty cool. And then she wanted to do it as a business. She wanted to share it intentionally with her friends and family. And then I got all skeptical. I'm like, no, we're not doing that network marketing stuff. So it took about another 4 months of her sharing stories with me. You know, this is really helping real people, lots of people. It's not just a few accidents. And basically the 3 core things of Plexus: gut health, inflammation, and blood sugar balance. When you address those things, there's a lot of health issues that get better. So it took me a while until I came back on board. But for me, I've noticed a lot more energy. And I can't see if Clint is sharing the pictures or not there, but for me, for driving, I used to have to take a nap, pull over for a nap, because I would get sleepy after I started driving. And now I can drive all day. We've driven like thousands of kilometers this year. We've been down to California. We've been out to Manitoba and all over Alberta, Saskatchewan. And yeah, I can drive and I stay awake, and that's really awesome. Picture on the left there, last summer I was doing a construction job, and I had more energy doing that job than I did 15 years ago before Plexus. So, you know, to have the energy that you did 15 years ago and more energy. A week ago, I was playing floor hockey, and I had more energy playing floor hockey than I did 20 years ago. Like, I didn't have that I'm going to die feeling that I used to have. So that's really, really awesome. I'm just so thankful for energy, less constipation, and just the financial blessings, sharing with friends and family, building a network of people, helping other people, and getting paid for it. And that's given us so much time flexibility. Right now, we're at my sister-in-law's house. She got injured a couple of weeks ago with a neck injury, and we could come down and help her, and I didn't have to take time off of my work or my job. So that's really awesome. Just a lot of different health and financial benefits. So thanks for listening. Thanks for coming on today.
Yes, thank you, Andrew. Excellent. I love that. And I can completely relate to your story about having more energy. People that just know me now, they're like, Clint, you got so much energy. This is you. And I'm like, you didn't know the Clint that used to walk around with his eyes barely open and cringe. And people thought I was always crabby. And I'm like, I hurt. My whole body hurt all the time. It's crazy when doctors are saying, well, that's just because you're old and broken. I'm like, no, I don't think so. And it's funny, when you get rid of inflammation and your body starts to feel better, you're not old and broken anymore. You start to feel better and you start to have so much more energy. I agree. I think all of us can probably say that we feel better than we did 5, 10, 15 years ago. Absolutely. Well, let's jump into TJ. TJ is in the house. TJ has a large family like us. He lives in South Dakota, has a tree service. I always see he's like, another one bites the dust, another tree gone, some more roots gone. It's fun. TJ's always doing stuff. So TJ, take it away. Let's hear your story.
All right. Thanks, Clint. Hey guys. First of all, I just want to say thank you for being here. I know there's plenty going on, but you made it here. You know, I'm sure some of you were wanting to come on and just to hear more and learn more. Some of you probably were told to come on. Some of you might be here just to kind of support your wife. And I'm talking more to some men. I know that we're recording this. Some men might see it a little bit later, and that's great. So that was me. Basically, my wife was getting started on this, and I'm like, you know what? Great. I'm happy for you. Had enough to put me out of work and just bad. And so I'm happy to say right now, I have no migraines, like literally none. I may have a small headache here and there. Everybody does, but like my migraines are gone. And that is just awesome. And so sure enough, yeah. Secondly, the energy level, I've felt a big change. As Clint said, I run a tree service, so I'm out working hard every day, come back, sweating throughout the day, come back. I got 9 kids here at home. There's always sports or, bedtime or just anything going on. There's always something going on. So the extra energy has really helped me out a lot. Definitely. And so also what I'm really, more the other side of the Plexus for us has been the business opportunity. And my wife Heather is a Emerald Ambassador. She's now for the past couple of years, she's making over $100,000 a year. Now, I don't like to say this to very many people, but we were the family that literally was struggling to pay for our groceries. Like that's where we were. It was tough. We literally had conversations of, hey, can we get groceries next week? Cause like this ain't working. And like, hey, we got to run uptown. We can hardly afford the gas to get to town. Like it was that bad, guys. And I'm not proud to say that, but that's the truth. A lot of kids, money just flies out the door. So again, now when I'm saying my wife has now brought in a bunch of extra income for our family, it's literally been life-changing for us in many, many ways. So, from not being able to pay for the groceries, thinking of vacations and stuff like that, it was just depressing to us. It's like our family, our friends were all going on these big trips and it's like, we look at each other like, we're never gonna do that. Like, how could we ever? Like, we can't even, get the groceries we need, let alone, $2,000 trip or whatever it might be. So that was just tough for us. And fast forward a few years now, with this opportunity Plexus has given us, we're out on these vacations, all paid for by Plexus. It's been super huge for our family to be able to take the whole family. I think Clinton's put some pictures up. So on the left there, that was a couple years ago. We went to Florida, took the entire family to Disney. And that day right there cost me, I still remember, literally less than $100 out of my pocket. And that's because we wanted to splurge and get some candy and treats. So like, honestly, to take your whole family to Disney on this company, that's huge. It's a generous company. They treat you very well. Now, it had always been one of my wife's dreams and mine. We want to take the whole family to Mexico or Hawaii, one of the big trips that we get. And I'm happy to say last month, there we are in the center picture. Whole family went to Hawaii or Mexico, out on the beach for 6 days. I mean, stuff like this, guys, is never gonna be. It's a memory that we can take with our family forever. And it would have never happened without this business. And that's why I'm here tonight. That's why I'll continue being here on these calls any other night, because this business has done so much for our family. It's incredible. Look at my family. They each got something in their hand. They're all drinking these products. They see it, they hear it, they know that it's working for them. My little daughter, she's had some bumps on her legs go away, just different things. Each of them has their own story, and it's just been really good for us. So what I want to say, guys, if you're in any of the situations I've explained, if you're looking for 300, 500, $1,000 extra here and there, which a lot of people are, if you're you're just had enough, life isn't great, your job is not what you want, this business can take you where you want to go. I want you to know that it's worked for us. It's huge. And I want you to reach out to the people that brought you here. Reach out to me, Clint, Andrew, Nathan, any of the guys here. We're here to stay, and we want to see more lives impacted just like ours, not just women. This is for men too. And that's why we're doing these events. We're going to put them online. And guys, we want to see you at the next trip.
The health, or whether it's through the business, we want you to be able to experience the things that we have. So do you think we enjoy getting on here and speaking in front of people and doing this? Probably not, but we're passionate and we know that men need to hear this. And so we get out of our comfort zone to share these types of things. Next, we are going to jump into, I'm going to share again. I'm going back and forth. I'm learning some skills tonight. that I'm like, I'm zooming it all in here. So I hope it's coming across on the other end okay, because I don't really know. So here we go. I'm going to talk about triplex. That's what I started on. And when we started about 1 second here, reset, there we go. When we started about 6-7 years ago, that's pretty much what they had. And what I was told was, hey, blood sugar balance, gut health, and inflammation. Those are the 3 big things. And if you look at all the things that people struggle with, they're likely connected to blood sugar balance, gut health, or inflammation. And as we've gone in the last years, we just hear science catching up saying these are all completely true. And there's the pink drink, came out about 13 years ago to help with blood sugar balance. And it was helping people with blood sugar balance so much that they said the whole world needs it. So you don't end up getting on the hungry hangries. You have good sustained energy over time. And it also helps with all kinds of stuff, gut health, hunger control, pulling out toxins, all kinds of great stuff. So the pink drink, amazing. It's the foundation. It's the staple. And then I'm going to go to ProBio 5. These 3 things make up the triplex combo. ProBio 5 is a probiotic. You've probably heard of lots. There's lots of probiotics out there. This one is different for one main reason. It has enzymes that go in there and they break down this cruddy stuff, this yeast that's in our gut. And we don't like that stuff. It's like little spiders that block the lining and food can't get through. It breaks down the lining, and then it can cause things like, maybe you've heard of leaky gut. And as toxins and crud are getting through your system, you don't want that. Your body's like, what's all this stuff? I don't like this. I'm going to attack it. What do you think happens when your body starts to attack things? Inflammation, cellular inflammation, autoimmune diseases, all of those types of things. So that probiotic is wonderful. It has great strains for health. Plus it has the strains that get rid of that cruddy yeast that we do not like in our body. And then we're going to get to BioCleanse. BioCleanse, the 3rd component of the triplex, it helps as you're breaking down the bad bacteria, seeding the good bacteria. You got to get the crud out of your body, the yeast, the bad bacteria, all of those things. And you got to get it out of your body. BioCleanse is an oxygenated magnesium that helps do that, does that. And it also helps with regularity. If somebody's on the constipated side, you take more of them. If you're on the other side, you take less of them. But either way, you should take some of them no matter what. And you find the right balance for what you need for regularity and getting toxins out of your body. That triplex combo changed our entire family's life, from rashes, from all kinds of stuff. I want to be as compliant as I possibly can, but just imagine all of the things that are related to blood sugar balance, gut health, and inflammation. Triplex is amazing at helping all of those things. Next is one of my favorites. Somebody asked me a few weeks ago what my favorite product was, and I had to say that it was Ease. Ease is an anti-inflammatory. And that triplex combo also helps with inflammation. It helps at a cellular level take it down. Ease is like a power-packed inflammation gobbler. It helps with all those things that hurts. 4 simple ingredients: green lip New Zealand mussels, turmeric, bromelain, and serapeptase. So again, we have some enzymes in there that are breaking down the inflammation. You take Ease daily. I've had people say that, Clint, I got pain, nothing can touch that. There is no way. I'm like, oh no. I know what you're talking about. I broke my back. I broke 13 ribs. I broke my sternum. I popped a lung. I separated my shoulders. I have broke probably over 20 things in my life. I walked around in agony all the time, right? But that's what men do. We're tough, right? We tough it out. We can do it. Well, when I started the triplex a few months in, I started to not have as much inflammation. When I started Ease, holy cow, my pain just started going away. And Ease, if I had to say for one product that's changed my life the most, is probably Ease. So those people that say, hey, nothing can touch my issues, if they take a loading dose of this, we have a certain way. You take this for so many days, this for so many days, it will knock out that stuff you're struggling with. And then once you know, like, whoa, that helped me, well, then you can be like, hey, I want more of that. I want more help. So Triplex and Ease, unbelievable. And if you're looking for another one, just to throw in there, Active. I just gotta say, Active is a healthy energy drink. Oh, just amazing. Slim Active Ease, one of the best combos I've seen for inflammation. Sent you this link. Ask them, hey, what products do you think would be good for me? I mean, everybody's different, but these ones are pretty much made for everybody. Let's see what my next slide is. I think we're jumping into Nathan. Oh yeah, we're jumping into Nathan's story here. Nathan's from Ohio. He's the HVAC manager. Oh, it's cool. He's married to Melissa, and he is super excited to share his story. Take it away, Nathan.
Thanks, Clint. Yeah, I've been married for 21 years, father of 5, so constantly running, chasing after kids. And before I was a manager at the company I work for, I was out in the field, crawling through attics, crawl spaces, basements, as a service tech and an installer for heating and air. And it just took a toll on my body, working a very physical job. You went out to lunch, you got what was convenient, so you ate fast food, and that just destroyed my gut health. And so in this event, I wanted to share why my family and I chose Plexus. And so before we knew anything about Plexus, I was struggling with inflammation, low energy. It's like I could never get enough rest. I struggled staying awake while driving, and had stomach troubles on a daily basis, and had discomfort in like my ankles and knees, elbows and wrists, and couldn't get sleep because of the discomfort. And my wife, she struggled with frequent head pains, so severe that she'd have to isolate herself away from the family to try to get over the pain. And we tried things like diet and clean eating to try to combat those issues, and nothing really ever seemed to work. Our bodies just didn't seem to reap the benefits of what we were trying to do, and we were kind of confused of what was going on, why nothing worked. And about 6 years ago, my wife reached out to a friend of hers and said, pray for me. I'm dealing with some feelings of panic and distress, and I'm really struggling. And her friend, of course, said, I'll be praying for you, but let me introduce you to something. And I want to invite you to an event like this that we're in right now. And that's where she introduced my wife to Plexus, and shared how, Plexus helps with the blood sugar balance and the inflammation and the gut health. And as a single income family, because my wife's a stay-at-home mom, and my wife's very thrifty. She will look for any kind of bargain, any way to save money. And so she questioned about whether this was a good investment, if this is something we really should invest in and spend our money on. And so she brought it to me and said, should we do this? What do you think? And I said, looking at our family, the things we're struggling with, I don't see how we can't do this. We've got to make this a priority. We're going for it, and we'll make it work. And so I'm happy to say 6 years of being on Plexus. Last week I just celebrated my 42nd birthday. I feel better now than I did when I celebrated my 30th birthday. I have much more energy. My wife rarely has the head pains anymore. We both sleep better. We have more energy. Like I said, I used to be on seasonal medication year round, and I don't have to take those anymore. And I'm off of those. The pain that I had in my knees and ankles and everywhere else, those went away. I think primarily because of products like Clint talked about with Ease And as the picture you can see right there, the picture with us holding our daughter when she was born, shortly afterward, we had the inflammation. That was right before we started taking Plexus. And the picture of just me and my wife, that was last month. And we noticed the inflammation even out of our faces, just our faces slimmed down. And it wasn't that we were losing weight, it was just we were losing the inflammation. And I didn't understand, why do I look thinner but I'm not losing the pounds? And my wife had to explain to me, it's the inflammation. And so my wife now is a gold ambassador for Plexus, and I'm now just getting into the business, seeing the opportunities that we have. We long, both of us, to help others, just like her friend was able to help her by introducing her to Plexus. We want to help others achieve their health goals because of what we've seen, what the products do for people, and also seeing what the business side has to offer as far as the compensation plan and the opportunities that they have. My wife and I, as a single income family, it paid the bills. It got us by. But with Plexus, we're now being able to dream about what we want for our family. And we see that they can be achievable because of Plexus. And kind of a challenge is, tonight we were bringing up why we chose Plexus. And my challenge for you is to just consider, why Plexus is for you, what it can do for you. So thank you.
Thank you. Wow. I love that. Oh, I can feel, I can relate. I bet there's so many men that are watching this that are also going to be, that's my story. That's where we're at. We don't know how we're going to pay for it. We don't know how we're going to do this, but we need to do this. We absolutely need to do this. Well, I want to thank you all the speakers, TJ and Andrew and Nathan. I want to thank you for coming tonight. This is just the first Plexus event. We have a spreadsheet. I'm an engineer. I love spreadsheets. We have a plan. This is our kickoff. We're going to learn. We're going to even get better. And we're going to have speakers at some interval. And we have 5 events already mapped out that we are going to do. So if you love this, share it with people. It's only going to get better and better and better. We have multiple themes, multiple topics that we plan on talking about. You are going to love it. Well, tonight, you heard stories of health. You heard stories of business. You heard stories of lives being changed. This has impacted all of us. And I would love to just tell you more and more and more and more about my story, because there's so much to tell, but we don't have enough time tonight. Just know that it's life-changing. My health has changed. I've been inspired to influence others so they can also experience these types of things. And like TJ said, finances. I'm an engineer. I've been in engineering and management for about 25 years. I got a great job, but you know what? I go to work really early in the morning and I come home late at night and I'm working all the time. When you have 10 kids and 6 grandkids, you don't get to spend much time with them when you're working like that. And so when somebody asked me, hey, Clint, what would you like to do? And I thought, well, would you want this? You want that? And they said, well, how about retire early? I'm like, is that even an option? I didn't realize that retiring early could possibly even be an option. Well, when Plexus came along and we started to tell people about the things that we loved and was helping them and changing their lives, we started to get residual income. And that starts to build and build and build. And now I've actually mapped out what it looks like to retire. I'm looking forward to that day when I'm not going to have to go to work anymore. And I'm going to be able to do what I love, help other people and other families get their health and finances improved. So I appreciate all of you that are here tonight. Share this video. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I'll put a link and we'll share that link. You can share it with all the people that need to hear about Plexus, and reach out to the person that invited you to this and that shares this link with you. If you have questions, reach out to them and they would be more than welcome to help you. And if you have any questions for us, feel free to comment, reach out to us. We'd love to help in any way we can. Everybody, have a great night and look forward to our next Mena Plexus call coming soon.